You got to stop making other people responsible for the way you feel. If this person is your object of attention and they're making you feel angry and irritated, then they have control over you, because you should be able to control your own alignment within. You should be able to feel good unconditionally, meaning regardless of the condition, regardless of the person who's around, regardless of what's taking place right now in front of your eyes, you feel good unconditionally. If this person's mean to you, you feel good. If this person's nice to you, you feel good. And whenever we're able to do that, then nobody has control over the way we feel except us, and that's the way it should be. Because if someone's able to make you angry or irritated, and you say, whenever you stop doing that thing that's making me angry and irritated, then I'll feel better, then they have 100% control over you, because you can't control other people. You can't control how other people make you feel. You can't control other people's actions, but you can control the way you feel, and you can control your actions. So instead of giving this person all of your power and telling them, whenever you change the way you're acting, then I'll feel better, instead of going with that route, you should tell yourself, I'm going to feel good unconditionally. So regardless if this person is bugging me or not, I'm going to keep my good feeling emotion, because I know whenever I have control over the way I feel, I have control over my point of attraction. And whenever I have control over my point of attraction, I have control over what it is that I'm receiving in my life. So if this person is making me feel angry and irritated, that means that I'm on the vibrational frequency of anger and irritation. I have a point of attraction of anger and irritation, which means that if anger and irritation are my point of attraction, I can't receive anything other than what lies on those frequencies, like the drama, like the arguments, like the debt, like the lack, like the car accidents. Everything on that frequency you're receiving, because your object of attention, which is this person, is controlling the way you feel. So now they're controlling what's coming into your life, because you can't control your own. You can't control the way you feel. If you can't control the way you feel, I don't know what to tell you, but you're not creating deliberately. You're not intentionally creating what it is that you want in your life. You see, me and you have been the creators of our realities since the day we were born, whether you knew about it or not. You were. So if you have things in your life that you don't want, or you have an absence of stuff that you do want in your life, that's all your fault. It's all my fault. But before this, we didn't know. We were not aware. But now that you're aware, you have to continuously practice, holding yourself in that aligned state of mind, that aligned state of being. And whenever you're in that aligned state of being, that's when things that you want start coming your way. Because whenever you're aligned, you feel good emotions. You feel optimistic. You feel happy. You feel joy. You feel love. And whenever you feel those emotions are then your point of attraction. And whatever your point of attraction is what you're receiving more of. So if you're feeling freedom, love, and joy, that means you're receiving everything on that frequency, which is everything that you want. And if you could hold yourself there for a consistent amount of time, if you could hold yourself here unconditionally, regardless of who's coming around, regardless of what's taking place in your life, if you could hold yourself in that good feeling state of mind, high level energy unconditionally, and you practice that, you practice, and you're going to go down, but you're going to be aware this time, so you're going to pull yourself right back up. You're going to go down, but you're going to be aware this time, so you're going to pull yourself right back up. You're going to go down, but you're going to pull yourself up. And the more you pull yourself up there, now you're in vibrational harmony with what's up here, and then new results will start to come into your life. New people, new situations, new circumstances, new events will come into your life. Because right now, where we stand in this present moment, we are in vibrational harmony with what's playing out right now. If you just take a minute to look around you, everything that's playing out, you're in vibrational harmony with. Right now, in this present moment, we're in vibrational harmony with the income that we're receiving. We're in vibrational harmony with the car we drive. We're in vibrational harmony with our location that we live at. We're in vibrational harmony with the friends we have. We're in vibrational harmony with all of that because it comes easy to you. Everything right now comes easy to you, whether you want it or not, whether you're happy or not, it comes easy to you because this is what you're in harmony with. So in order to receive new results and different things in your life that will make you feel better, you have to feel better first. You can't hold having that new car your object of attention. You can't hold that as your object of attention and say, whenever I get this new car, then I'll feel better. Because unfortunately, if you do that, the car's never going to come. If you think that car will make you feel better, if you think that car will give you an emotion of freedom, then you have to feel freedom right now, unconditionally, and hold that freedom emotion in vibrational harmony. You have to feel that unconditionally. And once you feel free first, then you're going to receive everything that will make you feel more of that emotion. So if you feel free unconditionally and you believe that this car will make you feel more of that emotion, then the car is going to come into your reality. But if you say, whenever I get the car, then I'll feel free, you're never getting the car. But if you say, I'm going to feel free unconditionally, and because I'm feeling free unconditionally, the car is already on its way. I'm already attracting the car. I'm attracting everything that will make me feel more of this emotion that I'm feeling, because law of attraction is a universal law that's working for me whether I know about it or not. And it's been working for you whether you know about it or not, whether you like it or not, whether you believe or not. It's working, just like gravity. You don't gotta believe in gravity, but it's working. You don't gotta know how it works, but it's working. It's holding you to the ground, whether you know it or not, whether you like it or not. Same thing with law of attraction. But the only difference between the law of gravity and the law of attraction is that law of attraction is a universal law and it's consistent no matter where you are in the universe. So, for example, I'm here on Earth and law of attraction is working the same way it would work on Mars, the same way it would work on the moon. Law of attraction is working, but here on Earth, gravity is different. It works one way here on Earth, but if I were to go to the moon or go to Mars, the gravity would be inconsistent because it changes depending on the location. Law of attraction don't do that. You're still going to be transmitting a point of attraction on Mars or on the moon, no matter where you are. And that's kind of irrelevant right now because we're not going there anytime soon. But just to prove the point that it's a universal law and it's more powerful than the law of gravity. It's more superior than the law of gravity. So whenever you understand how law of attraction works and you're able to start using it to your advantage and you know how it operates, then you can start receiving what you want in your life. And if you want to receive what you want in your life, you have to start focusing more on what you want and less on what you don't want. When you're focusing on what I want, when you're focusing on what you want, when I'm focusing on what I want, and I feel good, you're focusing on what you want and you feel good, it's already coming into your existence because your vibrational offering is on the attainment of what it is that you want. But whenever we are looking at what we don't want and we're focusing and we're giving all of our attention to what we don't want, we're receiving more of that as well, because we live in an attraction-based universe, which means that whatever you give your attention to is being attracted into your reality. I give my attention to wanted, it's coming in. I give my attention to unwanted, it's also coming in. So being very intentional with the thoughts that you think is very important, because if you don't know what you're thinking and you're just going around day to day and you're not aware of what's going on in your head, then you're just creating by default. You're creating things that you may want in your life, you're creating things that you don't want in your life, and you're wondering, why is this happening to me? You're wondering, why am I getting this stuff that I don't want? It's this person's fault that I have this in my life. Because I didn't do this sooner, it's this person's fault because they didn't allow me to do this sooner, or this thing distracted me, or the weather, or the traffic. All these lame ass excuses most people use to justify why it is that they don't have what they want, when in reality, it all comes down to you. Everything that I want in my life, that I have or don't have, comes down to me because of the thought and things that I've been giving my attention to. So if you're giving your attention to irrelevant things that you don't want and have no importance to you, then you're creating by default. You have no clue why it is that you have what it is that you have in your life. But now, by practicing this intentionally, deliberately, and on purpose, we start giving more of our attention to the things that we actually want and desire, and we start giving less of our attention to the things that we don't want. Then we start creating more of the things that we want in our life. We start getting more people that are like-minded. We start getting more situations and circumstances and events that are going to bring us those manifestations that will make us feel more of the joy that we intended to receive. It's too easy. Just ask yourself at every single moment in time, what am I giving my attention to? It's important that I know what I'm giving my attention to, because whenever I give my attention to what I want is now my vibrational offering, and I'm receiving more of that. But whenever I give my attention to what I don't want is my vibrational offering, and now I'm receiving more of that. It's like a game, the game of life. It's a fun game to play when you know how to play it. And when you know how to play it intentionally, deliberately, and on purpose, then everything that you desire is going to start flowing into your life easily. And you just keep up with it. Stay consistent. And the more you practice, it's going to become unconsciously competent, which means that it's going to happen on autopilot. You're not even going to have to be aware and give effort to the thoughts you're thinking no more, because you're automatically going to think good feeling thoughts because it's new to you right now, which is why you have to give attention to it. But it's going to be normal to you later, and you won't have to give your conscious attention to it. Just like driving a car. When you drive a car for the first time, you go through the first level of learning, which is unconscious incompetence. You don't even know that you don't know how to drive a car. You didn't even know driving a car was a thing. It was just off your radar screen. It was non-existent to you. And then you move to the second level of learning, which is conscious incompetence. So now you know you don't know how to drive a car. You know that you have to learn how to drive a car. You know what driving a car is, but you don't know how to do it. Then you practice and you learn how to drive a car, and you move to the third level of learning, which is conscious competence. Now, what that means is you know how to drive the car, but only when you're giving conscious attention and effort. And from that third level of learning, when you practice consciously driving that car, it's going to become autopilot to you, and you then move from number 3 to the fourth level of learning, which is unconscious competence, which means that it's happening on autopilot. Now you could drive your whip, and you're looking at your phone, and you're eating food, and you're drinking water, and you're doing all these different things while you're driving, because driving is now became autopilot to you. It's a new neural pathway that was formed, and it can't be broken because you just learned a new program. So now it's going to happen on autopilot. Just like how we formed negative neural pathways, and now it's easy for us to think negative, what we're doing right now by creating our reality deliberately is we're building and forming new neural pathways. We're establishing new neural pathways that are thinking good thoughts, getting what it is that we want, being aware, being intentional. And once those neural pathways are formed, then they make the other ones obsolete. Therefore, that old program is gone because you created a new program to take the place of the old program. You created a new program of thinking positively, to take the place of thinking negatively. So now thinking positively will come automatic to you. But right now it's going to take some conscious effort. And once you do that enough times, then this game of life is going to become easy as fuck. You're going to get everything you want without even trying, and people are going to wonder what it is that you're doing, and you're going to tell them that you're creating your reality intentionally.